The world throws its doubts at you like stones against a fortress. Voices rise, a chorus of limitations, whispering of what you cannot achieve, of the boundaries you must not cross. They paint a picture of a world where your aspirations are lofty fantasies, where the weight of expectation and the evidence of the ordinary conspire to keep you tethered to the ground. But within you resides a power that can render these stones as pebbles, these voices as distant murmurs, the unwavering conviction in your own capacity. Consider the architect standing before a barren plot of land, envisioning a structure that exists only in the realm of their mind. The naysayers point to the empty space, the lack of resources, the sheer audacity of the vision. Yet fueled by an unshakable belief in their design, they see not absence, but potential. Brick by brick, beam by beam, that inner certainty manifests in steel and stone, defying the initial skepticism and standing as a tangible representation of unseen conviction made real. Self-belief is not some airy notion, some fleeting burst of positive thinking. It is a deep-seated knowing, a bedrock certainty that anchors you amidst the storms of doubt and adversity. It is the quiet assurance that resides within, independent of external validation or immediate results. This unwavering faith in your own ability is the fundamental force that propels dreams into reality. Think of the explorer venturing into uncharted territories. Maps may be incomplete, the path ahead uncertain, dangers unseen. What carries them forward, step after arduous step? It is not merely a thirst for discovery, but a profound belief in their own resilience, their capacity to navigate the unknown, to overcome obstacles that others deem insurmountable. This inner knowing is the compass that guides them through the wilderness of the untried. Ralph Waldo Emerson, a keen observer of the human spirit, understood this intrinsic power. He championed self-reliance not as stubborn independence, but as a deep trust in the individual's inherent capabilities. Trust thyself. Every heart vibrates to that iron string, he wrote. This iron string is the unwavering note of self-belief that resonates within each of us, a fundamental tone that, when heeded, can harmonize our actions with our deepest aspirations. Your mind is a fertile ground, capable of cultivating either flourishing belief or crippling doubt. The seeds you water are the thoughts you nurture. Every time you entertain a limiting belief, every time you give credence to the voices of negativity, you're nourishing the weeds of self-doubt that will choke the growth of your potential. Conversely, every affirmation of your ability, every acknowledgement of your strengths is like sunlight and water for the seeds of self-belief. Consider the aspiring entrepreneur facing initial setbacks. Investors turn them down, early attempts fail. The chorus of "I told you so" begins to rise. But if their core belief in their vision remains intact, these obstacles become mere data points, lessons learned on the path to eventual success. That unwavering inner conviction acts as a shield against discouragement, transforming temporary defeats into stepping stones. The absence of self-belief is a subtle form of paralysis. It keeps you rooted in the familiar, hesitant to take risks, afraid to step outside the perceived boundaries of your limitations. You become a prisoner of your own doubts, convinced that your aspirations are beyond your reach, not because of external barriers, but because of an internal lack of conviction. Think of the individual with a unique talent, a distinctive voice, who keeps it hidden, fearing judgment or ridicule. That talent, that voice, remains dormant, a potential gift never offered to the world. The absence of self-belief acts as a cage, locking away the very qualities that could bring fulfillment to the individual and value to others. Unwavering self-belief is not arrogance. It is a quiet confidence rooted in self-awareness and a recognition of your inherent worth. It is the understanding that you possess the capacity to learn, to grow, to adapt, and to overcome challenges. It is the internal acknowledgement that your aspirations are not whimsical fantasies, but legitimate possibilities that can be realized through focused effort and unwavering conviction. Consider the artist who faces criticism, whose early work is misunderstood or even dismissed. If their belief in their artistic vision remains strong, they do not crumble under the weight of opinion. They continue to create, to refine their craft, their inner certainty acting as a compass, guiding their artistic journey towards its eventual recognition. The journey of cultivating unwavering self-belief begins with self-awareness. It requires an honest assessment of your strengths and weaknesses, not as a means of limitation, but as a foundation for growth. Acknowledge your capabilities, celebrate your past successes, and recognize the resilience you have already demonstrated in overcoming previous challenges. Think of the athlete preparing for a demanding competition. They don't ignore their weaknesses, but they focus on honing their strengths, visualizing success, and building an unshakable belief in their training and their ability to perform under pressure. This focused self-belief is a critical element in achieving peak performance. Nurturing self-belief also involves consciously challenging negative self-talk. The mind can be a battlefield of internal voices, some encouraging, others critical. Learn to identify the voice of doubt, to question its validity, and to replace its limiting pronouncements with affirmations of your ability and potential. This internal dialogue is a powerful shaper of your self-perception. Consider the student facing a difficult subject. The initial frustration and the temptation to believe, "I'm just not good at this," can be overwhelming. But by consciously reframing their thinking, by focusing on effort and learning rather than inherent limitations, they can cultivate a belief in their capacity to master the material. Surrounding yourself with supportive and encouraging influences is also vital in strengthening self-belief. The energy and conviction of others can be contagious, bolstering your own inner certainty. Conversely, constant exposure to negativity and doubt can erode even the strongest self-belief. Choose your companions wisely. Think of the aspiring leader who seeks out mentors and role models, individuals who have demonstrated the kind of success they aspire to. Their stories, their encouragement, their belief in the aspiring leader's potential can provide powerful external validation that reinforces inner conviction. Unwavering self-belief is not a static state. It is a muscle that must be constantly exercised and strengthened. Every time you step outside your comfort zone, every time you face a challenge and persevere, you are reinforcing your belief in your own capabilities. Small victories build momentum and solidify your inner certainty. Consider the individual who sets a challenging goal and achieves it, despite initial doubts. That accomplishment is not just the attainment of the goal itself, it is a powerful affirmation of their ability to overcome obstacles and realize their aspirations, strengthening their self-belief for future endeavors. Ralph Waldo Emerson's emphasis on intuition aligns with the concept of unwavering self-belief. Trusting your gut feeling, that deep-seated knowing that transcends logic, is an act of faith in your own inner wisdom. It is a recognition that you possess an inherent understanding that can guide your decisions and actions. Think of the innovator who follows a seemingly unconventional idea, driven by a strong intuitive feeling, even when others express skepticism. That trust in their own inner sense, that unwavering belief in the validity of their intuition, can lead to groundbreaking discoveries. Cultivating unwavering self-belief is not about denying your limitations or pretending to be perfect. It is about acknowledging your strengths, accepting your imperfections as part of the learning process, and maintaining an unshakable conviction in your capacity to grow, to adapt, and to ultimately achieve your aspirations. It is the quiet strength that underpins all significant achievement. Consider the individual who faces a significant setback, a seemingly insurmountable obstacle. If their self-belief remains strong, they do not see this as a definitive end, but as a temporary detour, a challenge to be overcome. Their unwavering conviction in their ability to persevere fuels their resilience and ultimately leads them back onto their path. The power of unwavering self-belief is the power to transform the intangible into the tangible, the imagined into the real. It is the fundamental force that bridges the gap between aspiration and achievement. Cultivate it, nurture it, protect it. For it is the very foundation upon which your potential will be realized and your dreams will take flight. Let that inner certainty be the unwavering engine that drives you forward, regardless of the doubts that may arise from within or the challenges that may appear from without. Trust in your capacity, believe in your journey, and watch as the world unfolds in response to your unshakable conviction. The world often tries to impose its own narrative upon your life, a pre-written script of limitations and expectations. It whispers of what is realistic, what is achievable for someone like you. It points to the well-trodden paths, the conventional routes, and subtly discourages venturing into the less familiar territories of your own unique aspirations. Unwavering self-belief is the refusal to accept this imposed narrative as your own. It is the assertion of your authorship, the deep conviction that you possess the power to write your own story, to define your own possibilities, regardless of the world's pronouncements. Think of Henry Ford, facing widespread skepticism about the viability of the automobile. The prevailing wisdom favored horses as the primary mode of transportation. Yet, fueled by an unwavering belief in his vision of affordable personal transport, he persevered through countless setbacks and criticisms, ultimately reshaping the landscape of modern society. His inner certainty trumped the external doubts, transforming an unconventional idea into a global reality. Self-belief acts as an internal compass, guiding you when the external signposts are unclear or contradictory. It is the quiet voice within that affirms your direction, even when the winds of circumstance blow against you. This inner navigation system is not reliant on external validation. It draws its power from your deep-seated conviction in your own judgment and capabilities. Consider the scientist pursuing a groundbreaking theory that challenges established paradigms. The scientific community may express doubt. Their peers may question their methods. Yet, if their self-belief in their research and their findings remains resolute, they will continue their investigations, driven by an inner certainty that transcends the prevailing skepticism, potentially leading to revolutionary discoveries. Ralph Waldo Emerson's concept of the oversoul speaks to this inherent connection to a greater wisdom, a universal intelligence that resides within each individual. Unwavering self-belief can be seen as tapping into this deeper source, trusting in the intuitive guidance that arises from this connection. It is the recognition that you are part of something larger, and that within you lies a wellspring of untapped potential and wisdom. Your doubts are often echoes of past experiences, the lingering shadows of perceived failures, or the internalized criticisms of others. Unwavering self-belief is the conscious act of challenging these echoes, of recognizing them as remnants of the past that do not define your present or limit your future. It is the courage to rewrite your internal narrative, replacing the language of limitation with the vocabulary of possibility. Think of the individual who has experienced past failures in a particular area, leading to a belief that they are simply not capable. Unwavering self-belief involves acknowledging those past experiences without allowing them to dictate future potential. It is the understanding that setbacks are opportunities for learning and growth, not definitive proof of inadequacy. The comfort zone, while seemingly secure, is often a breeding ground for the erosion of self-belief. By consistently choosing the familiar and avoiding challenges, you reinforce a perception of limited capability. Stepping outside that zone, embracing the discomfort of the unknown, is a powerful way to build self-trust and expand your sense of what is possible. Consider the individual who dreams of public speaking, but is held back by the fear of judgment. Consistently avoiding opportunities to speak reinforces that fear and diminishes their belief in their ability to communicate effectively. Decisively stepping into those uncomfortable situations, even with initial nervousness, gradually builds confidence and strengthens self-belief. Unwavering self-belief is not about ignoring challenges or pretending that the path ahead will be easy. It is about acknowledging the difficulties while maintaining an underlying conviction in your ability to navigate them. It is the mental fortitude to persevere through setbacks, to learn from failures, and to rise again with renewed determination. Think of Winston Churchill, leading a nation through the darkest hours of war. The challenges were immense, the odds often stacked against them. Yet his unwavering belief in the resilience and ultimate victory of his people, his unshakable conviction in their capacity to overcome adversity, rallied a nation and shaped the course of history. Cultivating unwavering self-belief requires a focus on your strengths and accomplishments. Take time to acknowledge what you have already achieved, the skills you have developed and the challenges you have already overcome. These past successes serve as powerful evidence of your capabilities and fuel your belief in future possibilities. Consider the entrepreneur who takes time to reflect on their past successes, even small ones. A successful project, a positive customer review, a problem solved. These acknowledgements reinforce their belief in their ability to create value and navigate the challenges of building a business. Nurturing self-belief also involves the conscious practice of visualization. Regularly imagining yourself achieving your goals, vividly experiencing the feeling of success, strengthens your internal conviction that those outcomes are possible. This mental rehearsal primes your mind for action and reinforces your belief in your ability to achieve the desired results. Think of the athlete who mentally rehearses their performance before a competition, visualizing each movement, each successful execution. This mental preparation builds confidence and strengthens their belief in their ability to perform at their peak. Unwavering self-belief is a powerful attractor. When you genuinely believe in your ability to achieve something, you are more likely to take the necessary actions to persevere through obstacles and to attract the resources and opportunities that align with your vision. Your inner certainty broadcasts a powerful signal to the world. Consider the individual who confidently pursues a new opportunity, their unwavering self-belief radiating outwards. This confidence can inspire trust in others, attracting collaborators, investors, and supporters who are drawn to their conviction and their vision. Ultimately, the power of unwavering self-belief lies in its ability to unlock your full potential. When you are not held back by self-doubt, when you operate from a place of deep inner certainty, you are free to explore your capabilities, to take bold risks, and to pursue your aspirations with unbridled determination. The limitations that once seemed insurmountable dissolve in the face of unshakable conviction. Think of Thomas Edison, who faced countless failures in his pursuit of the incandescent light bulb. Yet his unwavering belief in the possibility of electric light, his unshakable conviction in his ability to find a solution, fueled his relentless experimentation and ultimately illuminated the world. Your journey through life will inevitably present challenges and uncertainties. The voices of doubt, both internal and external, will rise and attempt to sway you. But within you lies a profound power, the unwavering belief in your own capacity to navigate those challenges, to learn from setbacks, and to ultimately realize your aspirations. Cultivate this belief, protect it fiercely, and let it be the unshakable foundation upon which you build a life of purpose, fulfillment, and extraordinary achievement. Trust in yourself, believe in your potential, and step boldly into the unfolding narrative of your own making. The narrative of your life is not etched in stone by circumstance or the opinions of others. It is a story constantly being written, moment by moment, by the choices you make and the beliefs you hold. Unwavering self-belief is the indelible ink that allows you to author chapters of courage, resilience, and triumph, even when the preceding pages might suggest a different outcome. It is the quiet strength that empowers you to turn the page when doubt arises and to continue writing your story with conviction. Think of the sapling, seemingly fragile against the force of the wind. Yet, within its slender frame resides an inherent strength, a deep-seated capacity to weather storms and reach for the sunlight. Its unwavering tendency to grow, its intrinsic belief in its own potential to become a mighty tree, allows it to bend without breaking, to adapt to the elements, and to ultimately stand tall. You possess that same inherent strength, that same unwavering tendency towards growth. The world will present you with mirrors reflecting back distorted images of your capabilities, whispering tales of inadequacy. But your unwavering self-belief is the true mirror, reflecting the boundless potential that resides within. It allows you to see beyond the surface doubts, to recognize the inherent worth and the untapped power that is uniquely yours. So let the conviction in your own capacity be the unshakable foundation upon which you build your life's endeavors. Let it be the constant companion that silences the voices of limitation and propels you forward in the face of uncertainty. Recognize that this belief is not a gift bestowed upon a chosen few, but a power inherent in every human spirit, waiting to be claimed and cultivated. Therefore, I ask you now, nurture this unwavering self-belief as you would a precious flame. Shield it from the winds of doubt, feed it with the fuel of your accomplishments, and let its light guide your path. Trust in your inherent abilities, acknowledge your strength, and step forward with the quiet certainty that you possess the power to shape your own destiny. The world awaits the unfolding of your unique potential, driven by the unshakable conviction you hold within. Believe in yourself, and the possibilities will become boundless. Now, as you cultivate this bedrock of self-belief, you will inevitably encounter moments that test its strength. The sting of setbacks, the uncertainty of new ventures. Often these moments are accompanied by a powerful sensation, one that can either paralyze us or propel us forward. Join us next time as we confront this fundamental human experience, exploring the truth about fear, your greatest catalyst for growth. We will delve into its nature, understand its purpose, and discover how to transform this seemingly negative emotion into a potent force for positive change in your life.